Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be giving you guys my first thoughts on FIFA 11. I've been playing the demo for a few days now, and I've realized some good things, some things that kind of make me a little iffy about, some things I'm still seeing from FIFA 10 I didn't exactly like in FIFA 10, but I'm going to tell you guys my first thoughts. So I just have a Madrid against, I believe is Olympic Lioness. I know I just butchered that, so if you're a fan of that team, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But yeah, so got a pretty good score. And this game so far, by looking at the demo, I mean, we really can't tell the game until we see the real game. But looking at the demo, I am really impressed with FIFA 11. It really does feel like a totally new game. You still have the FIFA feel, but it really does feel like something totally brand new. I know when the World Cup demo came out and the World Cup game after FIFA 10, it felt a bit more. I don't know. I think it felt like the better version of FIFA 10, kind of, except it was a little different because it was World Cup. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you could tell it's a different game. But FIFA 11, I can feel is making a bigger step than just from what FIFA 10 to the World Cup was. It's taking a bigger step, which is really good because we've had FIFA 10 for a year now, which I've actually just gotten FIFA 10 now. But we've had FIFA 10 for a year now. We wanted something brand new. We wanted something that was newer for us to do. Some game that was improving upon the flaws of FIFA 10. So, first of all, just the presentation of this game is magnificent. The presentation they have put together is really well done. If you guys just saw what I have here in the video, um, like them coming out of their tunnels, and you have the whole shaking hands and score sheets and everything. Everything looks phenomenal. I'm really impressed with that. If you guys watch, I know sometime during when you're playing, the top right of the screen, it'll come up with a little thing like taking the player, saying how many yards they ran, or their passing percentage and stuff like that. That's really impressive too. Um, I think that I've no one has seen some of the European matches, they do that. So I think it's something small, but it's something impressive. So yeah, I'm impressed by that. Now getting to the gameplay of this game in FIFA 11, the flow of it is a lot better than FIFA 10. Just the game flowing in itself, it seems the controls are smoother, the transactions or the going from place to place, transitions. Sorry, not transactions. Transactions when you're buying something. Transitioning seems a bit more fluent, more game flowing. I really like the feel of it. It feels, I don't know, a bit. It feels fresher and it feels more realistic. Um, I really like the crossing in this game. They made the crossing a lot more accurate. They've made the heading, or yeah, heading the ball a lot more accurate. So especially when you're in the box and the ball cross is going across, usually it's gonna be a lot more accurate, which I am happy about. The shooting in this game, it feels a lot different than FIFA. Not a lot different than FIFA 10, but it feels new. Like you have to get used to it a bit more. I like that about it though. So that's good. I mean, just the game in itself, the demo is turning out to be a huge positive. I really like this demo as of now, and the game. I have a feeling the game is gonna be really good. Though some things I am still seeing while playing the demo. Um, I, I mean, I like the whole defensive, like being stronger in this game. You can tell that they've made the defense stronger in this game, which is a good thing because in FIFA 10, I know with at least online, sometimes defending was pretty bad, and I think they've taken some steps to improve that with the strafing or left trigger or left bumper, if you're whatever. The strafing, and while they're defending, they've had it so you're more following the player. If FIFA 10 was kind of just free, you just go wherever. And I'm happy that they've made it a little bit more different because it feels more real. Because in real life, you can make those decisions with a split second because your mind works that fast. But when you're playing a game, it takes a bit longer because you're pushing a button. And I like that it more tracks them instead of you having to track them when you're strafing. I mean, they can still beat you, but I like that. It's making it more difficult. It's making it more realistic. And I think with this game, I think FIFA right now and EA Sports, what they're trying to achieve is the middle of where it's realistic, but it's still a video game where people can enjoy because people aren't looking for a full 90-minute match every time they play FIFA. maybe a 10-minute match, if not a little bit shorter than that, just because they want to go through games. They want to play more than one game. They're not looking for a full 90 match. So I think EA Sports is really trying to find a balance between the two, and I think this year with FIFA 11 they've done a much better job. I think the runs off the ball are a lot better in this game, or improving upon itself. One thing with running off the ball, though, I do realize at times, still with FIFA 11, if you run into a space where another player is, that player will just start jogging or stay in place. They won't move and run off the ball. And sometimes when you have the ball and you have two or three defenders on you, you don't have a person coming to you getting in position to receive the ball. That's just running off the ball, getting in position while you don't have the ball. Most of the time it's fine, but I still realize there's sometimes when it's not fine, and in real life that's not the case because you want to get the ball and you want to support your other players. So that's a little issue I still have. I'm seeing with FIFA 11. I think it's a bit better than it was in FIFA 10, but I'm still noticing it. And also the marking defensively and the defensive third, I am still seeing some problems with that. I know when the ball is my defensive third, marking up sometimes is really bad. Though the transitioning from, like, if you're going forward to backwards, it's hard to explain, but the transitioning with defending, they have really improved upon this game. I'm really impressed with that because they needed to in FIFA 10, I think, a little bit. The only thing I'm afraid of that could happen is defensive might be a bit too overpowered, or a bit they put too much into it. I'm afraid they might put defending a little bit too much. I'm not sure though. It's gonna be interesting. My feeling about this game is, though, they focus more on creating it so this game will work in multiplayer. Like, they've improved so much things for just the offline campaign, or not campaign, just the offline playing. It is really looking great and it feels great. But I think they made this game to kind of satisfy more online and make it more realistic online. So I think like FIFA 10, it was more offline. And I think you saw some of the flaws when you played online that were missing. And I think this game, they really tried to fix some of that stuff. So I think this game, they've done a really good job with it. Um, so I'm impressed with that. Though another thing with presentation, the graphics, if you guys can see, is a bit better. That's always impressive. Even when you play and you go into a My Arena mode, it feels, I don't know, it feels more realistic somehow. I don't know, it just feels more, like I said, like the game, it just flows better. Well, when I was in Arena and I had Kaká and playing with whoever, it really felt a bit more, I don't know, it just felt better than FIFA 10. I don't know how to describe it, which was impressive because that's what they're looking for, that's what they're aiming for. And I think this game is done really well because they have brought something new. But you guys, I mean, if you play the demo and look at it, you can tell that it still has some of the aspects of FIFA 10. It still feels like that FIFA we had last year, which is a good thing because I think overall last year's game was great, and this year they're bringing something new, but they're keeping what's good and they're keeping there. So I think they're doing a really good job. Um, Also, the new boots, I love. I mean, I'm a soccer player, so soccer boots. And whenever you have new boots coming out, it's like the new model, or it's like, okay, they created this for the performance is better and whatever. So, and the new colors is always sweet. So I know PES did this when they gave you the every time new boot came out, they created it and put it so you can download it. I don't think FIFA is gonna do that, or EA Sports, sorry, but I hope they do because that'd be really sweet. Another extra thing for presentation. So that's it, guys. That's just some first thoughts on the game. Overall, I am highly impressed, but like I told you guys, a few things that I'm still a little iffy about that I keep in FIFA. Oh, the last thing that I'm still kind of iffy about with keeping in FIFA, when you have a breakaway and you have a guy behind you that can basically just hold you from behind, even if it's not shoulder to shoulder. If it's not shoulder to shoulder, then it's basically you're not supposed to be doing it, and it's could be considered a foul. I still see this when I've seen it in FIFA 10 and FIFA 11 now, the demo at least. When you have a breakaway or a few yards on the guy, he can come from behind at an angle and kind of slow you down, and like he's pulling you from behind. It doesn't show you. It looks more like shoulder to shoulder to make it look like that, but realistically, it wouldn't be that. So that's another thing that kind of makes me a little iffy. I don't like that because you have a breakaway, it will mess you up, or the player go and win the ball when in real life they really wouldn't. So I don't know though. That's just some first thoughts. Tell me what you guys think. Leave some comments below. Tell me what you guys are thinking about the game, how you guys feel about it. Overall, though, like I said, this is gonna be a great game. I'm really impressed with it. I won't be picking this game up for a few months though yet, just because it's gonna be $60, and I'm not gonna be able to afford it. But yeah, so yep, leave me a comment, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.